Hello there, guys. Back down at the Guildhall Stairs, where they've obviously finished yet again another peaceful protest in Portsmouth. No kick-offs, no arrests, no civil disturbance. But do you know what? Um, the question that I want to ask, I've just got to come and steal the internet. Spoke to my say, but unfortunately, she agrees with me that what is the point? What would be the point? They wouldn't do anything. It's Easter, and I would probably just be left there until I could get a scan on Tuesday. But then the problem is by Tuesday, when they say, can you turn your head that way? Can you turn your head that way? Can you put your chin down? Can you look up? I will probably have good range in my neck, unless my discs completely don't go back into place. But you usually do. I usually wait it out for 2 or 3 days. I've got a couple of the kids taking, they're just dancing on here. It's quite funny. But I've just met with some of the Kill Bill people, and we've just been in discussion and talking about things. And it's very, very, very clear that everybody is on a different page and reading from very, very, very different books. And I think the point B, so you've got the climate emergency there, and then Kill Bill have here, and then you've got feminists and stuff like that. But I think the point being, and I've come to this point in my own life now as well, on how far you'll go to protect yourself. And why should you have to protect yourself? And if you can't protect yourself, who protects you? One of the reasons that I've always wanted a husband is because I've always wanted to feel safe with my husband, keeping me and my family safe, my father and my brothers as a woman. And they're the people that you look upon to keep you safe. Your father keeps you safe, your mother keeps you safe as you're growing up as a child, and that you don't have to worry about protecting yourself. You don't have to worry about these things. And unfortunately, people do, because people are hurt within their own homes, people are hurt within their own communities, schools, and things like that. I've got a boy in front of me twerking. And, people have just completely lost their ways, and I think that is the main thing. People have lost their way. These people don't like me because I'm actually telling them that you're actually invoking. Kill Bill is XR, so please don't think that it's anything different. And these people are just going on about, our streets, our streets. Well, these streets will be cleaned not by them. So even though there is chalk everywhere, and that's it, there's no litters. Most people, because they're XR, tend to pick up their own litter. They don't drop their own litter. It's about personal responsibility. But at the end of the day, if these messages down here are offensive, and also using the word killing, when the Bible says, thou shalt not kill, freedom to protest, at the end of the day, why do people protest? People protest because they've exhausted every other avenue that is available to them. People protest because there is something going on that shouldn't be going on. We have complaints process, we have things, and people dealing with their own lives. But at the end of the day, there is obviously, I'll just remind you again, just to research, the Great Reset, Aspen Institute, and the World Economic Forum. That's what I'm here to tell you, is to just say, to research that obviously what you're going through is planned. But if we could reset ourselves, if every single one of us now could reset ourselves and look ourselves as human beings, as spiritual beings having a human experience, what sort of experiences we want in this world, what sort of opportunities we want, what we want to be great at, what we want to be able to do really well. Most people don't know. Most people have just battled through the education system, battled through their families, never really truly discovering or finding themselves. Some people have had families that do help them do that, and they have the music lessons and they have all these things, but some families don't have that. The amount of opportunity available to us in the UK is awesome. Just got to watch the time because I've got to be back for the boys. My mum's going to be back at 4. I'm still in a lot of pain. My neck is absolutely throbbing, but yeah, protecting our oceans. Just watching the news in the background. So that's the question. I'm going to go off and head off and um, go get ready for seeing my boys. But it's about, isn't it, who you have personal relationships with, who's in your life and who's part of your protective circle. But if you're not feeling inspired, then maybe you're not in the right environment with the right people around you. And it's about finding that inspiration in yourself where you feel passionate and want to do these things without hindering and hurting other people. And I think that's the point that people are trying to make. People just want to feel safe. Even though I studied martial arts and trained in martial arts, I was still able to be pinned down by 6 people and be raped by those people while someone held myself down. And I was trained like no other child could ever be trained. My father always wanted me to be able to protect myself. So do you then turn to the police? So should there be a system that if we can't protect ourselves, and where is that line? Everybody just wants to feel safe. Everybody just wants to be in joy and live in peace. We don't want war. We don't want disagreements. We don't want to be fighting with people. We don't want to have to stand up for ourselves all the time against people who don't believe us. And I think that is the point. Just because I'm ratty and I'm stressed, it doesn't make me mad and crazy. It doesn't make me whatever people say I am. It just means eventually people have enough of the same abuse over and over and over and over again. And there aren't always avenues and places because people have to pay their bills. And it comes back to family again. Families taking responsibility for their own families. And if you don't want children, don't have them. There is many other ways to make sure that you don't get pregnant and don't have sex. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, everything's changing. Hang on. Yeah, they're saying some industries are thriving and some are not. We're going in for a place of change, whether you like it or not. The question is, like, what do we want to change with it? Where do we feel that we fit in this world? And that's what I've got to work out as well. If he lays hands on you without consent, cut them off. So there's been all sorts, feminist movements, all sorts. Um, it's about this emotional abuse, isn't it? And how even a child, if a child says no, if a mother constantly keeps telling a child no, 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 how do you make somebody stop? What sort of a system has to exist to protect people, and how do people protect themselves? And I think that education is so important. So I'm coming out of all of the sort of psychology things and mind things and belief systems and coming back into the body. And that's what I'm going to be doing literally from now, is focusing on my physical training, focusing on my physical body. And I want to be healthy. I want to be thriving. I don't want to be struggling and surviving. And I don't know whether I can ever change my health. I've tried many a times. I don't know whether I can cure this condition, but I can at least be the best version of myself with my limitations, with people around me that understand that I'm not competing against anybody. I'm not here to be in competition with anybody. I'm just here to be the best version of myself, to wake up tomorrow to be better than I was yesterday. And the question is, I've got to decide, is what do I want to be better at? I'm absolutely hypnotized by hula hooping and swim. So yeah, that's for me. Right now, my neck is absolutely killing me. I wish I had people in my life that would come to the doctors with me. Dean's had a go at me for the way I spoke to the doctor the other day, because I said that he's done exactly what everybody else has done, and I need people around who are going to advocate for my family and not abuse us in exactly the same way that I've been abused for 42 years from the moment I came out of the womb. It's not my mum's fault. It's not even medical people's fault. We don't have time to... Oh, have I gone? I think I might have gone, guys. It still says reconnecting, but